So one drop of blood contains 10,000 cells. How many drops of blood are in your body? See them. Your brain has more neurons than the stars in our entire galaxy. How many stars are there in this galaxy? I would like to say thank you for all of you attending today, and the Button University for having us here today and inviting me over to do this talk. Now, we have doctors, healthcare professionals, organizations, faith leaders, and the community all coming together to learn information and implement on it. So thank you all for attending. So the hand has thousands and thousands of cells. These cells are a gigantic network of information. These cells communicate with the brain to tell you two pieces of information. One is awareness, and the other is protection. Awareness, slow down, take it easy, be aware of your surroundings. Protection, you have experienced some form of stress, now find a way to de-stress. Okay, so if I pinch myself, the sensors will communicate with my brain to tell me that something negative has happened. And it tells me exactly where on my hand the pain is coming from. So it's good we have sensors. It's a protection for our body. All we have to do is listen to them. The mind is part of your body. Just because you cannot see it does not mean it does not exist or that it does not need attention. Stress is just a sensor communicating with you mentally. That's what it is. So the stress you feel is just sensors telling you to be more aware of yourself. Okay, so let me give you an example of these new cars. All these new cars that are being into production have sensors and cameras around the whole car, right? So their job is to pass on information. So if you're reversing the car, the sensors will go off and it starts to flash to tell you information that you're too close to the car behind you. Now, what happens if you don't pay attention to these sensors? You hit into the car behind you. So this technology on mass market to create awareness and protection for our cars has cost millions of pounds. This information of awareness and protection is within our bodies and is given to us for free. Now, so some of the signals for stress, the psychological symptoms are your thoughts are racing, thinking too much, thinking about too many different things at once, unable to stop or control your thoughts. Thinking patterns have changed from a positive to a negative, feeling overwhelmed. So what happens if you ignore these signals? Your senses are constantly communicating with you. Pay attention to yourself. If you don't pay attention to yourself psychologically, the next step is, okay, you're not listening to me, I'm going to give you physical symptoms. So what are these physical symptoms? Headaches, feeling dizzy, lightheaded, aches and pains around your shoulders and chest, oversleeping or undersleeping, overeating or undereating, overactive or underactive, lack of energy and feeling drained, increase in heart rates and breathing. So if you have any of these symptoms, the symptoms are a little bit more extensive than these, but these are the most common symptoms that you will receive. So how do you overcome stress symptoms? First and foremost, this is very, very important. You must seek professional help from health advisors, GPs, and therapists. Going to the gym, yoga, meditation, reading books, writing, praying, listening to calming sounds. Eating healthy, be in open spaces in nature. Focus on positive surroundings. Make time for yourself and do something that you like to do. There's one last thing I want to share with you on stress, just so you're aware of how you should take care after yourself and look after yourself, because some people just sort of ignore it and say it's okay and carry on. So one drop of blood contains 10,000 cells. How many drops of blood are in your body? Now imagine how many cells are in your body. Research shows there are trillions and trillions of cells in a person's body. They don't know how many trillions, because they don't have the technology to count the trillions and trillions of cells within the body. Is it not amazing how many cells we have in our body, yet our eyes cannot see them? Your brain has more neurons than the stars in our entire galaxy. How many stars are there in this galaxy? The most valuable thing in life is time and yourself. Both of these are irreplaceable. Don't you think that you should look after yourself now? Maintenance and self-care is your priority. If you look after the body looks after the soul. If you look after the soul looks after the mind. If you look after the mind looks after the brain. If you look after the brain will give you a better lifestyle. Thank you all for listening.